welcome to Larissa Lily's Temperance. Today we're going to be focusing on the monthly sacral and creative energy reading. And I create this reading for feminines who obviously are stepping into their power or need to, need that boost for the evolution of their soul, because that's what we're here, feminines. This is about the evolution of our soul. So I'd like to take a light-hearted approach here. This reading is really for fun. It's about our creativity. It's about owning our power. It's the focus on us feminines. And that is the purpose of this reading. So please like, share, subscribe. If you're new, do know that I'm also very cognizant, clairsentient. So I tend to channel and feel the energies that are coming through. But again, this is about our sacral and creative energy right now. So I have a lot of oracles. We're just going to focus on what we need to focus on this month in terms of our energetic body and our creative chakra, and how to hone that power from our sacral energy, our sexual energy as well. So during meditation, feminines, what I was hearing is live life to the fullest. It's time for you to embrace yourself. You don't need to meet the expectations of others. So I feel like it's time to make choices that are best for you instead of others. This kind of puts you in some indecision. So in the other energies and the other readings, that energy kept coming up. So obviously, feminines, that's one that we kind of work on constantly, I feel, because this is not an easy journey. And, those who are in divine partnerships, right? Because not everyone, some of us are just had a soul ascension, and no one really understands what ascension is and what that turning point is in our lives. And so it tends to put us in a place where we disconnect with a lot of people, and that could be very difficult. It's difficult for us and it's difficult for others. So it's just one of those things where until we really start releasing and detaching, we will constantly kind of deal with. So the other thing I was hearing was use logic and structure and in order to increase your success. So I feel in some ways it's kind of asking you to be in the emperor mode a little bit, have that masculine energy, hone that masculine energy in terms of getting organized and being more logical and having more structure in getting things done. So for those of you who are in your creative projects and really trying to figure things out, or even in the beginning of stages of it, it's just time to really get firm and organized about the minor details, and that just positions us in making wiser investments, right? So I think Spirit really, during meditation was really letting me know that use this energy wisely, because this is where the best investments are, and rewards to these investments are going to come in. We had a lot of strong moon energy, and this is a month where we're having 2 full moons, feminines. So use the power of the moon. Intuition is extremely high right now, so trust in the guidance, trust in your intuitive knowing. Spend some time alone, meditate a lot. And it's also time to release, so take advantage of this energy to also let go of any fears that may be holding you back, or just still sitting in our aura. So we're going to begin. Spirit, what is the crowning energies for our divine feminines? Thank you. What is the crowning energies for our divine feminines? Those of you new and my subscribers, I just added my 2 buddies here, these owls. The owl's my totem, and I found these adorable owls, and I love them so much. I actually talk to them because they're just too cute. So at least comment below about my adorable owls. They are here to give us messages and guidance. Owls are very intuitive as well. So Spirit, Well, give me crowning energy. There we go. I think they said you're talking too much. Okay, I'm focused. I'm focused, Spirit. Oh, face your adversities, you guys. This is what, if you haven't caught my, I do ASMR shift audio videos, and the Mercury retrograde video, I will link it below or add it to the end screen. But this was the title of that reading, Face Adversities. So it's time to speak up, face adversities, and reach for the star. Like I said, live to the fullest. You know, this is your time, feminines. Wow, this always comes out. Live your soul, not a role. And so honestly, I feel like this has been coming out so much for both masculine and feminines, because it's time to be authentic. It's time, look at that bottom of that, admit your vulnerabilities. It's time to really hone our truth and to release all these conditioning, old paradigms that really don't serve us anymore, values, principles that, you know what, that just have been passed on generation to generation, that you may no longer be aligned with since your ascension, since your awakening. And it's okay, feminines, it's saying it's okay. It's okay to live your soul. It's okay not to be a part of all of that. We have here, speak your truth. You know, speak up, which is, wow, how that came out. Speak up, but it's speak your truth. And this is the time to be confident and comfortable in your ascension process, in your, in those, for those of you who are in divine connections, to, you know, own that truth for yourself. It was, you know, and it makes sense, that energy I picked up during meditation is, you know, like, you know, just making choices that are best for you, and you know, not pleasing others. And it may require you to face some certain levels of adversities. You know, certain people, again, with relationships, you know, people just creating so many obstacles along the way that make you question yourself. And I feel, yeah, this is what I was feeling, creating that level of indecision where you are questioning yourself. And feminines, this is your truth. You have to understand, the only thing that matters right now is your truth. And then we have reach for the stars. Again, live life to the fullest, you know. This is for you to create what you want to create in your life, for you to have the belief systems you want to believe. This is literally, you know, changing the generations going forward for your family, for a lot of things. So, I mean, you have to understand, it's very normal, especially in your family dynamics, for them to give you a hard time, because it's such a change in the dynamics that they don't understand, that it's almost fearful for them, because they just don't, one, they won't recognize you, but they don't recognize that way of being. And so you have to understand, you're kind of going at it alone. And no, it's not easy alone, but that's why we have this community here, feminines, where you can own your truth. This is a safe space, divine feminines. So please comment below if any of you are struggling. Just, you know, share your thoughts. This, again, feminines, this is our safe space. You know, nobody really understands this journey, and so please understand, this is a safe space for you, okay? So, okay, let me pull some tarot. Oh my goodness. We've got the Emperor. We've got Nine of Summers, which is the Nine of Cups. Seven of Summers. The Dreamer, which is the Fool. And then we've got Prince of Summer. Let me see what we've got in the bottom. So much came out at one time, but I'm going to take it because I've already shuffled the cards. And we've got Strength. Wow, yep. And Four of Wands, which is the 1111 card. And then, of course, we have Strength here. Strength here is a number 11. On bottom of that, wow, we have Ace of Springs, which is Ace of Wands, and we have Justice, wow, and then we have Renewal. There's a lot. This is major. So you've got 3 major arcanas here. So now we know why Spirit said, reach for the stars, live your life with this Fool energy. Be the dreamer. Embrace your true purpose. Begin a new adventure. Trust yourself. And again, that's what we were saying. You don't need, these adversities that are restricting you from being in your full power, feminines, and making you question your truth. Do know that you don't need that validation. This is still a release of fears, I feel, and use this moon energy to kind of release the fears and these adversities for you to be in this dreamer, for you to continue to be in this dreamer energy and really start this venture for yourself and your own truth. But here is the Emperor, right? And like I said in the beginning of the read, use logic and structure. So this is the time for you to use logic to increase your success. Get organized. I said this in the beginning. Get organized. A firm but compassionate leader. So it's for you to lead your life, to get organized, and to really be in that masculine energy right now and take back your power. If some of you have been dealing with a lot of obstacles in your way right now, it's time for you to reach for your stars. That's that full energy. And then here we have 9 of Summers, which is the 9, and in the normal tarot is the 9 of Cups, right? Wishes come true, dreams fulfilled, a magical time of life. This full moon is extremely magical, and this is you fulfilling your own truth and fulfilling your own wishes. But we can't ignore that we have the 7 of Summer here, which is 7 of Cups in the tarot. But this 7 of Summers has the rainbow. So there's always, there is good fortune coming. But no more procrastinating, right? Which is what this Emperor is saying. It's time for you to get organized. We were talking about that. So no more procrastinating. Your power comes from making a decision. Yes, we were talking about making decisions, and this adversity is putting you in this state of indecision. And feminines, you do not want to be in this energy of indecision. So your power comes from making a decision. Confusion that arises from over analyzing the options. And again, it's that energy that these adversities bring to you, where they make you overanalyze and question your own truth. And it's you don't have to question it, because here we have Princess Summer, romantic, captivating, dramatic, and flirtatious. So falling in love suddenly, being swept off your feet, the need to stay grounded during a very emotional experience. And this is the Knight of Cups. So this is a time, it's a very emotional time. It can be very dramatic in terms of navigating your emotions during this 2 full moons back-to-back energies we have in 1 month. And I do feel like this also will put you again in your intuitive place. So you're gonna have to find the strength to kind of stay motivated and build that courage to speak your truth and embrace your true purpose, your true self. This is about your true self. So with the Strength card, we have the grace and inner strength needed to overcome challenges, the power of kindness and forgiveness, time to embrace how wonderful you are. And I really feel this is just enforcing that strength that you're going to need to overcome challenges and overcome the adversities, overcome those situations where people are creating you to doubt yourself. And here we have the 4 of String, which is the normal tarot, is the 1111 card. So be grateful. You have much to celebrate, deep feelings of peace and happiness, a contented personal life. And this is 411. This is about your awakening. This is about, for those in divine connections, this is about your divine partner, your twin flame, for those who associate with that. So this is about your twin flame journey, and and this is about your soul ascension. For those who are not in divine connections, be grateful. You have much to celebrate. You have awakened. You have much to celebrate because you're in a different in a different state of consciousness right now, that it's what I think the beautiful thing about being in this state, and for me, like when I had gotten the clarity I wept like a baby. I cried so much, feminines. And it really, I was so blessed because I remember just coming back home to myself, and then not only that, feeling this beautiful love from the divine, from source. And when you realize there's something bigger than you, I think there's, for so long, I didn't, for a while, and this has always been my journey. I just didn't know. And of course it was going to come at some point. They were going to bring me back to themselves, to source. They were going to bring me back to them. And I knew that I yearned from young, that I was like, what will it take to awaken? Like, what is it that's going to take? What is it that we're going to, how do people get to that point? And I always questioned that. And when it finally came to me, I cried so hard. I've never felt so loved by God, and you can associate it with however, source, universe. I've never felt so loved, and a love like that was my understanding of what self-love was. And then from there on, I always filled my own cup, and I always felt filled. So again, deep feelings of peace and happiness, and that's exactly what it does. This awakening brings you deep feelings of peace and happiness. So we're gonna pull some soul journey cards. What else? What other guidance can we give our feminines right now for this soul's journey? Let me put these up here because I'm going to be shuffling more. What other cards? Some other messages? Yep, patience. Look at that. Patience. Worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change outcome. Yep, reduce that state of worry. Worrying what other people think. And patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. And it's for those who are you have to be patient with yourself during this time, patient with your plans, patient with your growth during this time, during this evolution, during this awakening. It takes time. Let me get one more, Spirit. Wow, two more. Okay, surrender. Yeah, you have to. I can release my need to control. You have to surrender to it. And we have courage twice. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. So you have double confirmation here about needing strength. And so this is such the energy of awakening here. And it's to release the worry. It's to release the old paradigms. It's to release all the cultural, environmental, society beliefs, and to surrender yourself to source, surrender to your truth, and whatever that truth is to you, and being patient with yourself. Just build that courage. And of course, here we have gratitude in the bottom. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents, and being in that state of gratitude. We want to be in that state of gratitude and in that state of love. Let's pull some feminine healing. These are the divine feminine healing, mystic oracle moons. So let's see, what is the healing that the feminines need for this month, Spirit? What guidance can we give them for their healing? What guidance can it's too many. What guidance can we give them for their healing? Unaware. I do not pretend to be blinded to things I know deep down are not good for me. Yeah, so you know deep down what's not good for you. You know deep down what doesn't serve you. You know deep down what you need to do. Smelling roses. I focus on the experiences in my journey rather than the destination. Yep. focus and be patient with yourself. Don't worry about the destination. Just focus on the journey and allow yourself to be patient, surrender. And then we have image, I'm comfortable in my own skin even if others can't accept it. And yeah, you know, this is again being comfortable with this truth, being comfortable with your truth, your purpose. And you don't need others. You don't need the validation of others. Then here we have patience again with the waiting. Rather than waiting on another to change, I make the changes within myself so that I may have these things reflected back to me. And this is your journey. And this is you being patient with yourself and with this journey. And just really every day working on that courage and that strength that you're going to need to really bring about the change and the transition and the evolution that you want for yourself, feminines. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about. You know, it's about you bringing that evolution and you creating something for you, despite of what anybody else thinks. You know, I lost a lot of people in my life. Like I have recreated my whole life, feminines. Like I am not the person I was, you know, 2 years ago, for sure. This is a toxic trigger. So I want to see runner. Someone is running from the truth. Yeah. You know, don't avoid your own truth. And I feel like this is a time for you to face yourself and your truth. And to nurture that truth for yourself. So what else we have here? Yep. Look at that. Karmic, staying in toxic. This was a lesson, leave. So again, this is not removing all that toxicity from our lives, all the adversities, the things that create us, that hold us back, all those things that create blockages, you know, and hold us back. What other toxic triggers do we want to talk about with our feminines? And then senses. Yep. Use your intuition and sensitivity to inform yourself. Boom. You know, feminines, again, this moon is your intuition is going to be high. So really practice strong meditation now. Be in a lot of quietness because your intuition is going to be high, and it's when you're going to receive the most guidance. And not only that, for you, those of you who are experiencing ascension symptoms, because I'm sure a lot of you are, I truly have. I was grinding my teeth for some time, and that's kind of going away, thank God. But it was creating a lot of crown chakra. I knew it was a crown chakra activation because of the headache I was getting from that was extremely, extremely hard. So, but like I got so much clarity after that. So, you know, pay attention to your body, pay attention how you're feeling, you know, really feel your senses during this time and what the guidance is. And then we have duality. You've known the worst, prepping for the best. Again, reach for the stars. This is for you to live your life to the fullest. So, you guys, beautiful. Gratitude again here. An attitude of gratitude will transform your paradigm. So this is, you know, be in the frequency of gratitude. Whoa, hold on, feminines. Be in that frequency of gratitude and you'll see things come back to you in tenfolds. Really, really embark in those creative projects, feminines, during this time. You know, for those of you who are in tune with your bodies, you know, use that sexual energy, use that, you know, those who are divine connections, you know, who obviously masculine energy, your twin flame, your divine partner can cause their level of anxiety and whatever they're processing, because I do divine masculine energy check-in. I've been noticing masculine energy has been in, or at least the ones I'm tapping into, are in a lot of anxious energy, and that could bring about a lot of anxious energy towards you. And then there's also sexual energy. So again, do nurture yourself. Sexual energy is the best time to manifest. And you know, for those who are open, yeah, masturbating is one of those. So do nurture yourself during this time and own that and create something amazing and release that energy, that tension, because again, it's just going, if used properly, you're just going to bring in a lot of enlightenment as well. So we're going to find, these are the Oracle Fairies. So what other guidance can we give our feminines during this time? I'm going to give some more guidance, and then we're going to close the reading, my feminines. Oh, look at that. Moon energy again. Feminine, seriously, this moon energy is no joke. Surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. If you're feeling confused, this fairy comes to calm emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible. Yep, this is about your peace of mind, feminines. And then we have abundance here. Yeah, it's that 1111 we have, and that 9 of cups we had. This is bringing you abundance. Prepare yourself for incoming abundance. Release any mental blocks you may have in fairyland and human land. There is enough abundance for everyone. Again, there's a lot of releasing, feminines. This is just part of the process. And here we have, look in a book. Whatever your questions right now, you'll find the answer in a book. The words you find will bring the insight you seek. And for those of you who may find synchronicities, whether it's in things you read, and maybe even in other synchronicities through music, all feminines connect in a very different way. Stay in tune, and you'll find the answers in wherever you're more tapped into. So, Spirit, what else? What other self-love guidance can we give? Co-create. Working with others can create new possibilities. All relationships lead to growth. And again, this is your spiritual guidance. This is your co-creating with your spiritual guides. Oh, look at that. In the bottom here, we have mourn. Grieving can be overwhelming, but necessary. We are cleansed by letting our feelings wash through us. Only then we can pass the pain. And honestly, the mourning is the release of old habits. People don't realize that stage is a mourning stage. When we're releasing, when our ego death happens, you have to mourn your old self. And this transition takes a while, and for some of you who are probably early on in your ascension, relax, be patient. That's why patience came out twice. We have 2 things of patience and timing. And this is about you giving yourself time to really be, patient with this process that you're transitioning in, releasing all these blockages, these old karmic patterns that you may have had, to really bring in more abundance, because this mental block, these are, and I feel like it's, like I said, it's a mental block and it's an interference to your truth. And so get into that Fool's energy and really reconnect. So here, this is, I forgot what this deck is, soul truth, self-awareness. This is our soul truth. This asks a question. So Spirit, what is the Divine Feminine's soul truth for this month here? What is the soul truth for Divine Feminine? Okay, that one wants to come out. We've got, oh, you got 2. Gotcha. What are the dominant emotions that run my life? Okay, so how do you feel your day? Stress or joy? Trust or anger? Anxiety or peace? We have only today, right now, the journey. No goal, no destination will bring us the feeling we seek. But when we begin filling every day with that which we value most, we will attract more of it. This is fulfillment. Again, to be releasing blockages. And this is, again, what are you applying yourself to in order to release these blockages and to bring more fulfillment and abundance in our lives? Today's soul action. Learn into what you want to feel and adjust your life, your values, and your expectations to match your desires. Beautiful. That is that to match your true self, the full energy, that dreamer energy. What do you want to feel? Are you willing to let go of the belief that you have to achieve something to feel it? You know, that's a question to ask right now, feminines. You know, are you willing to let go of the beliefs, old beliefs, you know, and maybe attachments that you still have, that in order to achieve things, you need this, you know? So next question is, what risk can I take today? Yes, it's that Emperor energy where you can be more logic and structured and get more organized to really, really hone your power right now. So be not mistaken, you will have to take bigger risks than you ever thought possible on this path towards your dreams. You will have to take the big, scary leap. Yes, you will, feminines. But do not fret, because your soul has wings. Today's soul action. What risk can you take to move towards your dreams? Make a decision and do it. No more thinking, only doing. Be brave and courageous, and you will discover what you really made of. Beautiful. I think this affirmed so many of the cards here, all the messages. It's the Strength card, the Courage card, the Emperor card, the Dreamer card, and then of course you're here with your awakening, your journey, and you know, facing these adversities. So feminines, there's so much going on, and I do understand, but you guys have what it takes. And I'm hoping this message kind of, you know, listen to this more than once if you need to this month, you know, to remember, because the emotions will run high. And it's important for us to feed ourselves positive things. So this is the Oracle Wisdom Spirit. So what other guidance can we give our feminines for this month? Spirit, thank you. What guidance can we give? Positive guidance for their creative endeavors and this evolution. Pilgrimage. You are on a journey to your own greatness. Your soul is longing to find the way. Only you can choose your path. I mean, this is so appropriate. And then bottom of that, we've got nature. Sometimes all you need is to go outside, breathe the fresh air to remember who you are and where you want to be. This is a beautiful way to end this reading, my feminines. You guys know what you need to do. Please come back to this reading, you know, more than once if you have to, because I feel like there were so many gems in this reading. I just don't want to make it too long. But there's so many gems here, and if you need that boost, just to remember, you know, own your truth. This is your journey. This is your truth. You get to choose your reality. Okay, feminines. So with that said, I love you, my feminines. Own your power. Remember, live always relentlessly in striving aspiration. This is the evolution of your soul, and I am here to nurture you. Until next message. Bye.